Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 1 of Re-establishing Rotherham. Now I decided to go for Re-establishing Rotherham because someone suggested it in the last video, episode 5 of Resurrecting Rotherham. Someone said Re-establishing. There's a few others like Rebuilding, which I'd thought about reinventing, Regalvanising. But I've decided to go for Re-establishing simply because I think, obviously I failed at establishing them in the Championship before. But at one point they were sort of an established team in the Championship a few years ago. Now, if you look at their recent history, they really have been up and down between the divisions, between League 2 and the Championship. So I want to establish them in the Championship, hopefully, and then maybe push on for the Premiership. But we shall see. I think that's a good word to go with. So, welcome. So, this is the prediction for the Championship, the 2016-17 season. So we're predicted to go down, not bottom though. Charlton and Oldham are below us, so we really should be beating these sort of teams. But even teams sort of towards the bottom, like Ipswich and Wolves, are massive teams. Birmingham and Bolton can be quite rubbish on FM, to be fair, but they are big teams. Brighton a bit unpredictable as well. But then anything above like 12 upwards are huge teams that really can cause problems. Newcastle, Stoke, Palace, Watford, West Ham, Sunderland, Derby, Cardiff, Blackburn, Forest, Wigan and Sheffield United are all going to be incredibly tough games, I think. Newcastle in the Championship, and West Ham and Sunderland and Stoke. This is going to be a tough division. Pretty much no chance of going up, especially with the team I've got. You'll see in a minute. My two players to watch are in fact players on loan. We've got Masunda back on loan. Our first game of the season, which I'm going to show you today, is against Cardiff, incidentally. But we'll just look at transfers first and see what I've managed to get in. I spent 120k it will be once Cyrus Christie's loan deal has ended. And I did sell Samido because he wanted to go back to Portugal. I couldn't really say no. It wasn't a huge amount of money, but I'm not going to get a huge amount of money for the players I have. And also some players leaving on frees like Derbyshire, Morgan, Bradley, players that won't cut it at the Championship level. Broadfoot, who didn't want to sign a new contract, wants to go to Scotland but hasn't actually signed a new deal with anyone, and a few others as well. Coming into the team, probably my biggest signing is this guy from Bolton on a free. Hopefully will develop into a decent striker or attacking midfielder for me. But at the moment, Will Keane will probably be number 1. Cyrus Christie looks like a good right back for me. Will be ahead of Richardson, especially at the start as Richardson's injured. But he is a better player. On loan from Derby. Annex come in for a free after impressing me last season, and Newcastle don't want him anymore. They released him, so I signed him. Mayuski, an ex-Nottingham Forest guy, coming in for free after finishing with them, and he's a good player. I mean, he's been a Polish international in the past, not in recent years, but he's 29. He's still got a couple of good years ahead of him at this level, I think, and I hope. El Bar's a good free signing, I think, from Sunderland, who are of course in the Championship themselves, but basically has replaced Samido and should be a good, solid defensive midfielder for me. I hope so. Anyway, time will tell. Chris Will is my backup keeper. He's 34, he's not brilliant. Was at Yeovil, but he is a backup, and I need a backup keeper, so he's backup for Anik. Marcus Barnes is a young winger who could possibly develop into a good player. You're probably looking at these players and thinking, this is so average, it's such an average League 1 team in a way. And I would tend to agree with you. I just don't see how I'm going to stay up with this team. This is another defensive midfielder or midfielder who can play in central midfield quite comfortably. In fact, he's actually got better defensive midfield stats than El Bar in a way, because he's got good tackling and good marking. So I may play him in the defensive midfield role over El Bar. In fact, I think he came on a free from Sunderland as well. Yeah, he did. So 2 players from there. So my team, it's not the biggest team in the world. It's okay size. I've got sort of 2 for each position, I think. It's lucky I did keep Fabian Brandy in the end, because I didn't really manage to get a decent winger in. Marcus Barnes has come into the team. Masunda, Bennett, Bowery, Barnes, Brandy can all play in the wings. Keane, Iliev up front, Clark Harris, it's going to be really tough. My central defence is very weak. I need another one, really. I've got Sungo and Rijanovic, and that's about it, because Rowe is quite rubbish, to be honest. And he didn't play in the League One even. I just don't see how I'm going to stay up. I need another centre-back. Oh dear, it's going to be a very tough ride. I'm sticking with the tactic that helped me in League One, but it's very attacking. But I think I just have to go for it. Maybe I was too defensive in the first season in the Championship. So we'll have a go at Cardiff. We're away from home. If it doesn't work, then I will have to think about other things, and I need to bring in a couple more players before the transfer window closes. So I've actually got plenty of midfielders. I wasn't sure who to play. I've gone for Cabral in defensive midfield in the end over El Hadj, like I was saying, just because I think he looks a bit more solid in the defensive attributes. He's quite slow. El Hadj, he's got a bit more pace, but he's only got 12 on tackling and 9 on marking. So I'm not actually sure he's that great. Let's look at him, defensive midfielder. Yeah, he's Cabral slightly better according to my assistant. If we go for midfield though, Cabral's actually better as well. So I'm going to go with Cabral, and El Hadj is back up on the bench. He can play central defence as well if need be. So I guess, yeah, can he or can Cabral? Actually, I think Cabral can. Cabral can play centre-back, so he's quite versatile. Could be a decent play for us. Mayuski, Newton on the bench. I've gone for McCabe because he played so well, especially in the second half of last season. I think he's a good player. Perhaps, apparently he's my 6th best central midfielder. Masunda's the best, but I'm going to have to play him on the wing. Mayuski is slightly better. Newton's down there. So I've got lots of strength and depth in central midfield, I think. And so perhaps I will play a formation with 3 central midfielders. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what works against Cardiff. But I just have to hope that this works out okay, because we may get absolutely whooped. Perhaps I am going to attacking in this first game away from home, but it's just testing the water. Let's see what happens. Let's see how much we get beaten by, or if we can. You never know, this team may work well. I've got the momentum of League One, and we may be surprised. It really is. McCabe's my key man apparently, despite apparently being my 6th best central midfielder. So I've got strength and depth in the midfield. My microphone is just sort of falling apart here. I need to mend it. There we go. Got a pop filter on it, you see, and it sort of falls off all the time. Okay, let's mark Joe Mason and Kike. Was it Kike? Kike. Need to close down Whittingham and Gunnarsson. I don't know if this is the best thing to do, but we'll just go with it. I've got Fabio at left back. David Marshall's a brilliant keeper. Let's give the fans something to cheer about. Let's encourage the defence. Songo's come up to be my first choice alongside Rijanovic. He wasn't even first choice last season in League One. So my defence is a bit of a worry, which is perhaps why I'm going more attacking. Now, do you want me to do 2D or 3D? I'll keep it 3D for this episode. I've been basically doing 3D for Rotherham and 2D for West Ham, but I know it can be a bit laggy. Like there, it's appearing to lag. In fact, I'm going to go 2D for this episode. If you want me to sort it out, no, is this okay? I really don't know. It probably isn't. It's usually fine, like I've explained before. It's fine when I'm playing. Oh, isn't it changing? Oh, that's the replay. Whoops. Oh, they've not scored somehow. Fiddling around too much here. Yeah, it's usually fine. We'll put it on 2D Classic. It's usually fine when I'm not recording. It's just it takes up a lot of my process, like I've explained before, and it just seems to vary. It's a bit odd. It depends what recording device I use. I've got a few different ones. This is the one I tend to fancy now. Oh, come on, guys, get it in. Rijanovic, we're 1-0 up. It finally went in the back of the net. I can't believe it. We're 1-0 up. Let's go Let's go to counter now. I'm just blabbering away here, sorry. I can't think, I can't talk. But basically, let me know if you want me to do 2D or 3D. I can sort out the 3D, I'm sure. I'll just turn the graphics down slightly, maybe. But I can keep 3D replays. But if you want me to do 3D for this... Oh, they've equalised already. Oh, he's offside. I did think he looked a bit offside, but I didn't want to say. That's good. I quite like 3D in a way, but it can be very irritating with their Bambi on Ice style graphics. Yeah, I don't mind. It's up to you guys what you want, so let me know. You may feel there's no point seeing it in 2D when there's the 3D option, but some of you much prefer 2D. So have a vote below and I'll see. West Ham will stay at 2D for now. Bennett's a bit dead. They have to take him. Oh, he's recovered slightly. Here's a corner. Head it away, lads. Oh, no. They've equalised from a corner. 2 corner goals. It was crossed in from Whittingham. And Turner just sort of... There was lots of players not doing much. I've tried to work out a corner tactic that works, and it has, sort of, but occasionally doesn't. Unlucky, boys. I think I'm going to have to make some subs, because Bennett's very tired. So I'm going to bring Bowery on. Ah no, my microphone's falling apart again. Oh, what happened? It didn't work. Come on, Bowery. On you go. Songo's also quite dead. Meaning, I'm tempted to move Cabral back in defence and then El Hadj Bar into midfield. It's a bit of a risk, but I'll take it. See what happens. Come on, guys, let's do this. Let's pull off a shock. McCabe. Keane, run on. No, doesn't get onto it. Oh, Mason's injured, but he's still away. Close down, guys. Close down. Where's the... Whittingham? Oh, he's... Ah, damn, on the rebound. Oh, he's offside. They should be... They could be 3-1 up if the offside goals had gone their way. It's a great strike from Whittingham. I think I've got the West Ham one on 2D... The other 2D, like proper 2D. This is 2D classic, like 2005 style, I think. Anik. Blast is up. Come on, Keane. Oh, El Hadj Bar, no, what was that? There was no pressure on him, he didn't have to head it to them. Close down, guys. Well done, Green, my captain. In central midfield, he's about 75 years old, but need a bit of experience in there. Headed away, Vujanovic, brilliant. No, Mason, what a save. Oh, rebound. Damn it. We've been unlucky. It was crossed in by Gunnarsson, and Vujanovic actually missed the header. He wasn't quite tall enough, and Kijk with the rebound. Unfortunate. We're going to have to swap things around a bit, I think, to get something out of this game. Will Keane's not played well. I'm going to bring Green off, though, and bring on Miyuski, and play him as an advanced playmaker. And see if that makes a difference. What else can we do? Instructions. More direct pump into box. Tempo. I've pretty much got everything I want. Come on, guys. Oh, my foot's gone dead. I was cross-legged. I don't know, you're probably wondering why I'm sitting cross-legged. I've decided to record this video while sitting on my bed for some reason, despite having a perfectly wonderful desk. But, oh, my foot went all fuzzy. Come on, Bowery, run through. Bowery's still going. Oh, unlucky. Whittingham's on the ball now. Oh, that's the end of that highlight. Oh, long throw from Gunnarsson, always dangerous. Colback. Oh, it's gone in, and I think it's all over. Kijk has scored his second. I think Anik made a mistake there. It's not the end of the world, is it? But a long throw is always annoying. Anik sort of stood there and Kike just put it in, which is very annoying. Perhaps I did go to attacking in this game, but let me know your thoughts. And that's the end of the game. Keane didn't get any service, I don't think. I'm going to put unlucky because it's a big game against Cardiff. And Kike had a very good game. They had lots of shots, but we didn't do too badly shots-wise. We're in 20 seconds after one game, which is where I expected to finish, as it happens. Next game is against Port Vale in the Capital One Cup. I'll try a different team against them, see if I can get a win. I really should do, obviously. It's against lower league opposition. West Ham in the Championship in the Olympic Stadium. It's crazy. Completely different to how I'm doing on my save, where I'm, racing up in the European spots. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please leave a like for this first episode of Re-establishing Rotherham. And the second episode, I obviously don't do as many per season for this, but I'll see what I fancy doing, really. There may be a few more episodes in this Rotherham series, but we'll see. But thanks for watching anyway. Leave your thoughts on if you want 2D or 3D. Maybe 2D with 3D replays, which is what I was doing in this match. Or possibly you want 3D the whole time. But let me know. And also your thoughts on my team, which is probably going to get absolutely murdered this season. See you guys.